what we would like to say as a message is university can and is a positive experience.
And effectively they need to grow up with the idea that university isn't a terrifying place with absolutely no support.
We as an educational institution have a duty to make education in this case accessible to students with disabilities just as much as to other students.
All in all, it was a resounding success. I made lots of friends and did lots of things I hadn't done before. In fact, Freshers Week was one of the best weeks of my entire life.
You've got something else to think about, and that is what is your own sort of pace? Do I want to go full in at the deep end and with no idea, or do I want to become more independent gradually?
And very often the stressors which are controllable are the stresses which cause most anxiety.
Because you feel like you're not doing as well as you expected to. That can feel like failure, dropping something, changing something.
And that might mean making reasonable adjustments, and that could be anything from having a buddy to help you out of your room to get to a lecture, a note taker if you find it difficult to listen to the lecturer and make notes, doing sort of two tasks at once.
Students with autism who have a diagnosis of autism can access the Disabled Students Allowance and pay for something called a non-medical helper. What that can actually mean is a study skills assistant, a note taker or a mentor.
Mentoring is one of the key areas of support that made a difference for them.
With students coming to university with Asperger's syndrome, there are so many things that are going on for them. There's going to be high levels of anxiety, worry, just an incredibly daunting thing to do.
But what we need to do, even if we see each other once a fortnight, is to have contact, to be able to be reactive and to try to anticipate some of the triggers. So those issues are very complex and they take time.
But the other thing to keep in mind is that university is often a 3-year journey, and for some people it's even longer than that, and that we need to sort of adapt what support is given to where they are on that journey.
Maybe a cultural change that needs to happen in some organisations, some higher education organisations, around really listening to students.
It's really easy to state the breathtakingly obvious without being incredibly patronising by saying what you think might be implied.
What the Asperger's student may be after is not so much the feedback as precisely what it is that you wanted.
Uni is one of the most interesting, toughest, challenging experiences, but if you push yourself, if you grasp the painful nettles of drawing conclusions that you don't like, and also meeting new people from different backgrounds, do it. There's not enough opportunities like this for people to come together in such a way.